Okay, this one will be pretty quick. It's just uh, highlighting some plagiarism issues and comments that I'd have said for other projects. So where people put, have 2 or 3 paragraphs of pretty detailed facts, years the company was formed, the profits, the number of employees, all those kind of things, and then they just don't cite it. So they need to do that. So like here, for example, all of this information and a lot of the problems, all this information, 3 pages was copied straight from Wikipedia. It's quite easy to see, and it's very easy for me correcting it to see if it's all from one source or from a number of sources. So there was a problem with that. Obviously, it wasn't cited, which is plagiarism. It's a serious problem. But also, like we're doing a scandal on auditing and corporate governance, and they spent 2 pages talking about Xerox and the prices, and nothing to do with the project. So what I said here too, it's not relevant. It's of no relevance really, and you could condense it down to about 4 or 5 lines where you say, Xerox is a manufacturer of, and has grown from started in such a year, and in by 2000 and something, the year of the scandal, it had grown to such a size of a company. You don't need any of the detail here. So this is an example of something that's not cited. They're talking about the year, the profit, 4 years, given a lot of detail, their percentages. If you don't cite your source, how do we know where you got it from? You could have made the whole bloody thing up. At least if you cite your source, if a reader's interested, they can go to your reference list, see the detail, find the source, then subsequently, and then check it and read up more about it. Okay, major problem when you're copying from places like this. Oh, this was someone's conclusion. Yeah. Sometimes what people do is and there might be someone who's responsible for doing the conclusion, they will get a conclusion from someone else's project that they found. And it may be one from 3 or 4 years ago, from someone that did it from Athlone, or else it's something they found on the web. And it's pretty simple to see if it isn't your own work, because a lot of the time the points it makes don't relate back to the document. So what I mean is here, in this scandal, in their conclusion they spoke about limited liability being a problem, about partnerships, which I spelled wrong, the internal audit, yet in the scandal they didn't discuss any of those things. So it was obvious that it wasn't their own conclusion. It was something they lifted from somewhere else and didn't cite. Like what they could have done was said, as discussed by the source, common issues that arose in scandals, and list a couple of those were limited liability, partnerships, internal audit, and then say, we didn't find this in our scandal. Our research did not show this. Actually, the problems that we found were, and then you list them. That's what could have been done there. So okay, so that's more or less it. I'm going to finish on that. Just don't start taking big chunks of information, not citing them, because that leads to problems for me and problems for you.